25-year-old Carlee Russell vanished Thursday after police say she reported a toddler wandering on the side of the interstate, and the last thing her family heard was her scream.
Carlee Russell disappeared after calling 911 about seeing a child alone on the side of the highway, prompting a massive police search. News coverage and social media brought eyes to the disappearance. Well, she returned home Saturday. So where was she?
It is not looking good for Carlee, let me tell you now. Hey friends, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. And if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm AJ and this is a dose of true crime. Hey Boujee True Crimers, just a quick PSA. I know y'all haven't seen videos from me on this channel, and that's because I moved all of the true crime content to my new channel, which is Dose of True Crime. So I will link that down below in the comment section where you can catch a couple videos that I've already done. But as far as this channel goes, I think I'm going to keep it more for personal use, like maybe the money saving tips or quick side hustles that you can do, and maybe even throw in some DIY projects because I know you guys really like that when I was doing those type of videos. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel. But for true crime content, you can head over to my new channel after this video, and I'll also link that again down in the comment section. I cover stories on missing persons, unsolved mysteries, twisted cheating scandals, and breaking cases. Emphasis on breaking cases. So today on the docket, we have Carlee Russell. We have a major update in her case. Now, obviously, I have not posted anything about her case simply because I was kind of like torn between whether this was real or not, and I like to stick to the facts as best as possible. So now that we have a sense of direction of where this case is going, I want to talk about it. So this video is going to include the backstory. So if you have never heard of this case or you just heard bits and pieces, you're going to know exactly what has happened till today, Tuesday, July 25th. At 2:43 a.m. But there's been a big update that was released yesterday, Monday, July 24th. But technically, it's still Monday to me because I haven't gone to sleep yet. Does anyone else do that? Like, if you haven't gone to bed yet, it's still that day. Like, even though technically it's Tuesday, it's really Monday. Anyway, I should really be serious because this is a serious matter. So for everyone else who already knows the backstory, I'm going to include timestamps down below in the comment section or description box. And for everyone else, I'm going to give you the chopped and screwed version so we can get caught up with everyone else and be on the same page together. Carlee, aka Carlee Russell, is a 25-year-old nursing student out of Alabama. 2 weeks ago, on July 13th, she would make a call to 911 stating that she saw a toddler on the side of the road of Highway I-459. So let's go ahead and listen to the 911 call that initiated this entire case.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves. Oh, hold on. Where on 459 are you? I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Humber Med, like to get off by the Humber Med. Okay, so you're before that exit? Yes. Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like towards Tuscaloosa or towards 280? Towards Tuscaloosa. Okay. And was the child on the left or right side? On the right side. Were they walking northbound or southbound? They're walking towards Tuscaloosa. Walking southbound? Or how old do they look? Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4. Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them? Yes. Okay, are you with the child right now? No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though. Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there? Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, what kind of car are you in? I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz. Is that a sedan or SUV? SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah, they're on. Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them? No. Okay. No. Do they look like they're injured? No, they don't. Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian? They're white. Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
Right now? Okay, so is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
And you don't see any cars anywhere?
No, no cars anywhere.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see they're not good.
Okay. Try to keep an eye on them for the best that you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right. And do they have shoes on?
No.
No shoes.
Not that I can see. I can't really see that look.
Okay. All right. I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right, so that was the 911 call. Now notice at the end of the call, Carlee states that she is going to stay at the scene and keep an eye on the toddler until law enforcement arrives. But there's only one problem. Carlee had other plans. Okay, so in Carlee's brain, she's telling them, yeah, sure, I'm going to stay. But in her head, she's going to go. She's not going to stick around. So when law enforcement arrives, not only is this toddler missing, but so is Carlee. Now, when this happens, they go ahead and release a statement letting people know, like, hey, we've got this woman who reported a child missing, and now she's missing as well. And of course, this raised a lot of concern because human trafficking is getting out of control. They're getting more and more sophisticated with how they're luring people into all types of situations, including decoys like children. And this was at nighttime, so it would have been even easier for someone to take her without necessarily being noticed. So in any case, once word got out that Carlee was missing, as well as this toddler, literally everyone was praying, search teams were initiated, and everyone was really hoping for a positive turnout on this case. So once word got out about Carlee, people came out of the woodwork to volunteer their services in her search. And in addition to that, not only were the courageous Samaritans volunteering their services, but so were the local PD, FBI, CIA, and other sectors involved in the search. Like literally the big dogs were in on this case for once. Because you know, one thing about us, a lot of times we do not get this type of coverage, we do not get this type of help. So for this to be so big is crazy. Carlee literally had the whole damn government looking for her in these streets. Now, if you are an avid true crime viewer like me, then you know the first 24 hours of a missing persons case are crucial to finding them alive, and they drop significantly after. Now, with that being said, social media was literally in a frenzy. People were trying to remain positive, have uplifting spirits, sending prayers and words of encouragement to Carlee's parents. But unfortunately, after 24 hours, there was no sign of Carlee. So as you could imagine, hope is starting to diminish and fear and panic is starting to settle in. But fast forward 49 hours later, and Carlee is found alive at the doorstep of her parents' home. So once she is discovered, her parents immediately notify law enforcement to tell them that she is back home safe. So they go ahead and get her over to the hospital to make sure she's okay. And then after that is when they decided that they would check some things out. So once word got out about Carlee's safe return, it was like everyone could stop holding their breath and let out a sigh of relief. However, there was a new obstacle that was right around the corner, and that was the validity of Carlee's story. What law enforcement decided to do was allow Carlee some time to rest, but they also wanted to verify some things that she stated, as well as verify that 911 call. And in addition to that, they also wanted to verify the footage in which she was driving on I-459 and where this so-called missing toddler was. So during the beginning of this investigation, Police wanted to verify a number of things that Carlee said in the 911 call, as well as the accounts leading up to the 911 call. So what I'm going to do now is insert the press conference because they wanted to make sure they were 100% certain of what they wanted to report before making any public statements. So once you watch that, we'll come back and wrap up the backstory.
Organized search parties, arranged prayer vigils, and they took other steps that I'm not even aware of to help in this situation. The Hoover Police Department quickly rallied multiple partner agencies, stopping at nothing to find Carlee. I'd like to take this time to say thank you first to the Hoover Police Department, our partner agencies, our wonderful community, and to all those that aided in some way in connection with this situation. As the days have gone on and more information has been shared, we know everyone has questions. The Hoover Police Department is known for being very methodical and thorough with their investigations. For that reason, we did not feel comfortable speaking in detail publicly until now. It is important that we share this information now so that our community can be put at ease. So at this time, I'll turn the microphone over to Hoover Police Chief Nick Durzis. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for being here today. Besides me stands the team who played a significant role in this investigation. I want to thank our department, members of surrounding local law enforcement agencies, the FBI, Secret Service, United States Marshals, and ALEA for their assistance in this case. We said from the evening of July 13th, our focus would be the safe return of Carlee Russell. That occurred on Saturday, July 15th, approximately 49 hours after she called 911 and disappeared. From that point, our focus has been to determine Carlee's whereabouts during that time and what exactly took place. Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We're still working this case, and we'll be working this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for the 49 hours that Carlee Russell was missing. However, through the public interest, and in some cases, public fear, that this story has generated, we owe it to our citizens to tell them the facts that we have uncovered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work from a business at the Summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure. She ordered food from Tzatziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and Cheez-Its. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m. when she drove to I-459. Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. And at this time, we will play the 911 call in its entirety. Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards. The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother, stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Tzatziki's was also in the car. the items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene. Hoover Police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own drone unit, crime scene investigators, numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounded local and federal agencies assisted Hoover Police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties organized by her family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAB. Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. Detectives, the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded, but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear on her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "Birmingham Bus Station," was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were two searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You heard that. What's really getting me is Carlee researching Amber Alerts. Amber Alerts, Carlee? How are you researching for Amber Alerts? You're 25, Carlee. You're 25. Yeah. Like, am I missing something? Am I missing something? Because, like, last time I checked, Amber Alerts were for children, not full-grown adults in nursing school. So, as you can see, she literally left enough evidence to make people scratch their head and wonder, girl, was this real? Because people want to know, are they still in danger? They need to know, is the abductor still out there? Is there a child that's still missing? What exactly happened to you during these 48 hours, 49 hours? How did you escape? And then the fact that you were returned with a parting gift of $107 rolled up in your sock. Girl, clearly she didn't think this through. She didn't think. Now, I also have a theory as to why she did all of this, so just stick with me. Stick with me, because it's good. It's good. So now Carlee has got the internet going crazy for different reasons. So now we have two sides. We have the people who believe that Carlee is a fraud, and then we have the people who just believe that she was returned safely and they're just glad that she is okay. Now, like I said, the press conference laid out a lot of things for us to decipher on whether this was real or not, but it would be the second press conference that law enforcement would have that would literally seal the deal.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Suscaleba with the Hoover Police Department. We're here today to provide an update in the Carlee Russell investigation. Chief Nick Durzis will read a prepared statement that will provide an update in this case. After reading the statement, we will have time for a few questions related to the case. Keep in mind, this is still an ongoing investigation, and there are some questions we simply cannot answer at this point. With that, I'll turn it over to Chief Durzis.
Thank you, Captain.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing, and we helped you determine where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, asks for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carlee Russell during that 49-hour period that she was supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBT 13. Can you tell us what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now, but again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
Brittany Dion, WBRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting
Yeah,
taking place with Carlee?
no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Bria Chapman with Fox 6. What's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Lisa.
Lisa Crane with WBTM 13. Do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us, and had monetary expenses themselves.
Right here.
Jonathan, with JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened in those 49 hours, where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony, that's all we know.
Right here.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
You know, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, you know, this was an elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Right here.
Liviana Kelmes, WBRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Back here.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBTM 13. But just for clarification, Carlee Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
David Lamb, once again. So, first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're going to still try to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen. and we're thankful for that.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Carlee, girl, it's not looking good for you. It's not looking good for you at all. Carlee chickened out. Carlee chickened out. Instead of just being a woman and admitting her faults, she passed the dirty work on to her attorney. But luckily, they have a meeting with him tomorrow, technically today, Tuesday, July 25th. So hopefully that still goes as planned. Now, hear out my theory. So during the investigation, there were some tweets that Carlee was posting prior to her disappearance, okay? Some of them accused someone of cheating on her and that it could never be her, and hell no, she was never going to go back to this person and that person. And basically all of these tweets kind of pointed to her then boyfriend. So it basically seemed like Carlee was crying out for help, a way to get back at her ex for cheating on her. And what better way to do it than to, I don't know, hoax a kidnapping of some sort? And a lot of people believe that her boyfriend was a part of the plan, but she admitted that she had no help and it was all devised by her. Now, having said that, the boyfriend, Tamar, he claims that he was genuinely concerned for her safety and that she was fighting for her life at the time that he thought she actually had gone missing. But since the release of the second press conference, oh baby, he was not happy with that girl. Cleared her from all social media. Who is Carlee? He doesn't know her. He doesn't know that girl. And again, this is alleged, but that's what I think happened, is she did all of this to get his attention. And it's like, girl, if he cheated on you, why would you go through these lengths to get him to come back to you? For what? For what? I mean, I did see he is fine. He is fine. But at the same time, girl, it's never that serious to fake your own disappearance, and now you're facing possible jail time. They are looking to bring down charges. You have wasted resources. You have made it harder for people to report missing reports and actually be taken seriously. There's a lot of consequences that comes with what she did. And I don't know what they're going to decide to do, but only time will tell. But in the meantime, there was a statement that her now ex-boyfriend Tamar had posted on his Instagram. So I'm going to end this video with that. And y'all let me know down in the comments what you think. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put Tamar's statement on the screen, and then I'll go ahead and read it to you guys. Carlee's actions created hurt, confusion, and dishonesty. I was made aware of the false narrative after coming to the defense of my ex, Carlee Russell. I know she's sick right now. You potentially did all of this for him, and now he absolutely wants nothing to do with you. She is taking L's left and right. Anyway, let's continue. Myself and my family's nature was to react in love and genuine concern. We are disgusted from the outcome of this entire situation. I strongly feel exactly like you all, blindsided with Carlee's actions. This is still an ongoing investigation, but with all of the recent information and her confession, now we gain closure with the situation. Thank you to all my family, friends, and the nation for support through this. I want to also send my prayers and thanks to Miss Angela Haley Harris, her team, and all of the volunteers. Thank you again for your unwavering support. The severity in this matter has not been overlooked, and I deeply respect the genuine support shared during the situation. Please continue to keep us in your prayers. With love, Tamar. That was well written, actually. And that came directly from his Instagram account, posted today, posted probably around 9 or 10 o'clock. So yeah, Tamar is absolutely done with Carlee. He does not want any connection to this girl after all of this. That's insanity. Could you imagine being with a girl who would go through this extent just to get your attention? That's dangerous. That's real dangerous. But yeah, so that's basically where we stand with the Carlee case. She's also gotten fired from her job because she stole a robe, and what else did she steal? She stole something else from the people. What else did she steal from the folks? Carlee Russell is fired from her job at Alabama Spa after cops said she stole a dark bathrobe and toilet paper before going missing for 49 hours. So she had a bathrobe, toilet paper, and some Cheez-Its for 49 hours. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments about this whole crazy ordeal. And whenever they do the communication with her attorney, hopefully that will also be released today as well. And I'll try to come on here and give y'all an update. Since the making of this video, there has been yet another update in Carlee Russell's case. So the Hoover Police Department announced that the DA would be bringing charges down on Miss Carlee Russell, hence why we are looking at her mugshot on the screen. She has her pearly whites out, and she wanted to let y'all know she's cute with or without a wig. Okay, I see you, girl. Blowout is looking fresh. But in any case, Carlee was charged with 2 misdemeanors, which both come with a 1-year jail time sentence and $6,000 fine. So in total, she'd be looking at 2 years plus $12,000. So how do you guys feel about what she's been charged with and possibly convicted of? Do you think she got off easy, or do you think she should have been hit with more charges? Now, also, according to the press conference, they did state that more charges could come in the future as they investigate. So as of right now, this is what we're hovering over, but that doesn't mean she's scotch-free just yet. So that will do it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below on how you feel about the outcome. And like I said, for more true crime, head over to my new channel, Dose of True Crime. Again, I will link it in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the new channel.